So at the end of 2020 or at the beginning of 2024, I just started doing all the things that I've always wanted to do. And I was having an absolute blast. I was in true like flow state where I was like just enjoying my life and like just living out my passions, having fun, at the same time knowing like, well, I can't be doing this forever. Like I need to like build a business at some point. But again, I believe the way you do one thing is the way you do everything. I'm all in on everything that I do. I don't commit to things that I can't commit to or that I don't intend to like follow through on. And I don't commit to I guess I don't commit to too much, but the things I commit to, like I'm all in on. So I, within like 2 months, had a couple dozen personal training clients, which like came out of nowhere. And I was like, okay, well now I have all these clients. I have no systems in place to support any of them. I don't even have a gym that I train out of. So like I'm running all over Austin to train these folks. I don't even have like a pricing plan. Like I was just like winging it completely. But that demonstrated to me at least like, all right, well, so people are interested in my services and I can sell my services and I can provide value to them. I just need a more like streamlined process and a lot more like automations to help solve that. The podcast with my wife, we started, and it's been like one of the most fun things that I've ever done. Is I'm sure like you can probably relate. One of them, like I love it. I look forward to it all the time. It's like a really cool like project that her and I are working on together. And over the last year, it's like we're nowhere near where I'd love to be. Like we're not Joe Rogan yet or something like that. But it's like something where almost every weekend we'll be out, and whether it's a friend or somebody that we don't know, people will like tell us that they listen or that they like the clips that we put on Instagram, or they'll like bring up something that I said on the podcast, and like that is really cool.
Yeah.
Have you had that experience?
That's the thing with podcasting is even if you have like, let's say like 40 views on a video, that's 40 like real people. And so whenever I hear that someone actually listened, I'm like, that's so cool. Cause like me and you are just here talking. Like there's a kind of a disconnect.
Yep.
And then when you realize like people actually listen, it means a lot.
It really does. It fires you up. It gives you more motivation. It keeps you like going, and it goes like, okay, like, well, people are interested in this stuff. Like they're interested in what we'd like to hear, or they're interested in hearing what we have to say. And again, with the fact, and the reason for the podcast really was my wife and I have 20 years of history. So we have plenty of like stories and stuff to tell in case you can't tell right now. I love to talk. That's another thing. And, also it's kind of like, well, we are in this interesting place where I am leaving this corporate world. We don't really know. We know generally what we want to accomplish in terms of like, we want to provide as much value to as many people as possible. That should in some ways be related to health, fitness, mindset, mental fitness, as I refer to it, etc. But what does that look like in a way that's like, you can like monetize, I guess. And we knew that there was going to be plenty of ups and downs, trials and tribulations, and successes along the way. So like, might as well just document that in real time. So like, that's really what our podcast is us documenting this journey, like as we're going through it. And we're really vulnerable about everything that happens, good and bad. And, like also just like very open about ourselves. And that seems to have connected and resonated with a lot of people, which is really cool. So then I was also writing a book that was all about mindset and the habits that I use on a daily basis to maintain the mindset that I have and maintain like that level of focus and that level of presence and the right perspective, and always have your eye on the prize. And ultimately by about June of 2024, so about 9 months ago, let's say, I realized like, okay, coaching plus all the stuff that we talk about in the podcast, which again is like very relationship focused too, plus all this mindset stuff, like all of this is really one thing. I was thinking about them as like three different things, but they really all go together. And now over the last, let's say 9 months or so, we're in the process. I've built one business and we're in the process of building the second. The first one being True Fitness and Focus, which is my one-on-one coaching business where I help mostly men with their physical fitness, their what I refer to as mental fitness, their focus, finding purpose, aligning their habits with that purpose, and like just building their own like physical resilience and energy all at the same time. A separate but similar project, my wife and I started Supernova Couples Synergy Coaching, where we coach couples 2-on-2 in a lot of the same areas. So me and her meet with couples, we train them in their physical fitness, get their bodies, we call it power, passion, purpose. Power being like their physical energy, their mental health, passion being helping them learn how to build cohesion, collaborate better, communicate better, even like encourage one another and like figure out how to eliminate conflict and friction as much as possible. And then once they have that individual energy, that collective energy, the third part, purpose, is channeling all of that into a cohesive shared toward a shared purpose and a shared end goal that they can work on together. And the reality is, like, when it's one thing for one person to manifest something and work their way in a particular direction. When two people are fully aligned, the best versions of themselves, the best version of a relationship, and they're working together in a direction, things manifest exponentially faster. And we are, like, in my opinion, like a testament to that. And like, we want to like help coach others to accomplish those same things.